Student friends, in last lecture we studied the working of ACR along with biasing of ACR, where we concluded that ACR will work only when its anode and cathode is forward biased, and it doesn't work when it is in reverse biased. Thus, we can say that ACR is a unidirectional device. We studied its operation in forward bias mode as well as in reverse bias mode, but it is not used in reverse bias mode. Mostly it is used in forward bias mode. Friends, today we are going to consider the IV characteristics of SCR. Means we are going to plot the graph of current through SCR versus voltage drop across the SCR when it is biased properly. Those graphs are called as IV characteristics of SCR. To plot the IV characteristics of SCR, we are going to consider this circuit diagram as represented here. So this is the circuit diagram that we are using. Friends, the circuit diagram consists of the SCR, which is represented here. It is the circuit symbol of SCR which you already studied. It represents anode, gate and cathode. We are going to study both forward as well as reverse biased IV characteristics of SCR. At the beginning, we are going to connect the SCR in forward bias mode. That means the cathode of SCR is grounded. It is made common throughout, whereas anode is connected to the VAA power supply with positive terminal, and cathode is connected to the negative terminal of the VAA power supply. Thus, VAA forward biases anode and cathode of the SCR. Friends, the voltmeter is connected between anode and cathode. That is used to measure the anode to cathode voltage. Whereas the current meter is connected between anode and the power supply, that is in series, that measures the anode current. So this is a resistance which is connected to protect the SCR from excess of current. This makes the SCR in forward bias condition. But to study its controlled characteristics, we are going to make use of gate also. Gate is connected to the positive terminal of the battery VCC, whereas negative terminal is grounded. Gate is a region very close to the cathode. It is a P-type. It is here also forward biased. In series with that, a current meter is connected, that is to measure the gate current IZ. Now again there is a resistance in series with that to limit current through the gate. Friends, this is a circuit diagram now properly used to study the forward biased IV characteristics. What procedure is to be adopted now? Keep gate current IC 0 by adjusting VCC, and by using VAA, change anode to cathode voltage and measure the anode current. Thus we have, for IC equal to 0, there is a set of reading of anode to cathode voltage and anode current, which is first set of the IV characteristics to be plotted in forward bias condition. Now by using VGG, change the IC, say for some another reading, and again by using varying VEE, measure VAK and IA, so that we are going to get second set for another value of LZ, and repeat this for different values of the gate current. Now we have, for different constant value of gate current, different anode to cathode voltages and anode current. Then plot the graph of anode current versus anode to cathode voltage at constant gate current. So this is the plot which is represented here. So on x-axis anode to cathode voltage is taken, on y-axis anode current is taken, and in that particular quadrant the graph is plotted. The nature of the graph, from the nature of the graph we can say, look at here, this is the graph for IC equal to 0. Here IC is kept constant, and for that we have plotted the graph. This one. Second one is, say, for IC1, which is different than that of 0. It increases. What we can get? You will get this particular curve. Next one is for IC2, which is greater than IC1. You will get this curve. Next is for IC3, this curve. Next is for IC4. IC4 is greater than IC3, IC3 is greater than IC2, IC2 is greater than IC1, IC1 is greater than IC in general. From this nature of the curve, what conclusion we are going to draw? Let me consider the IV characteristics, anode current versus anode cathode voltage for IC equal to, say, 0 milliampere. From this curve, what we can see, at the beginning, when VAK is 0, IA is 0. Means just we have connected power supply between anode and cathode, that forward biases, which will forward bias the junction J1 and J3, whereas J2 is reverse biased. But there exists a depletion layer across every junction, so that's why simply connecting battery, keeping it 0, doesn't increase the anode current. So that's why when at the beginning, when VAK is 0, IA is 0. As we go on increases VAK, naturally the width of depletion layer across J1 and J3 reduces due to increase in forward bias across them, and width of junction J2 increases due to increase in reverse bias voltage across them. Basically, in this particular region, it doesn't conduct the current, but due to minor discharge carriers, some amount of leakage current that flows up to this particular voltage, that is known as VBO. Thus, from 0 volt to VBO, to which we can call it as it is forward breakover voltage, SCR doesn't conduct the current. This particular region is known as forward blocking region. This particular state we can call it as it is a forward blocking state. But when anode to cathode voltage becomes equal to forward breakover voltage, at which depletion layer across Z1 and Z2 is totally reduced, junction J2 will break down, a channel is created between anode and cathode so that electrons will flow from cathode towards the anode, holes will flow from anode towards the cathode, and at the cost of that there is a sudden rise in current, anode current that takes place. And SCR is said to be in conduction state. It is said to be fire. This particular region, we can call it as, it is a forward conduction region. Friends, at a particular VBO, ACR is latched into conduction state, and that particular current we can call it as, it is the latching current. Whereas holding current is the current below which SCR will remains in off condition. Holding current is the current at which SCR holds in off condition, and that voltage at which it holds, it is called as holding voltage, or it is called as on state voltage. When anode to cathode voltage becomes equal to VBO, current suddenly rises from this VBO to maximum, and SCR is fired, and voltage drop across that SCR reduces to on state voltage VT, or it is also called as the VH. Same type of characteristics explanation we are going to give for I is equal to 0, I is 1, I is equal to 2, I is 2, I is 3, and I is 4. But what changes one can note it? The changes which we are observing is, when we go on changing IZ gate current from 0 to maximum, so IZ4, what happens is, for IZ equal to 0, this is the VBO. For IZ1, this is the VBO, here you can get it. For IZ2, here is the VBO. For IZ3, here is the VBO, and so on. What do you observe? We observe that as IZ increases, VBO decreases. Means when gate current is increased, SCR conducts earlier. That means when gate current is increased, its firing angle reduces, and it conducts for more time by increasing its conduction angle, so that anode current increases. Thus we can call it as, gate is a control terminal that is used to control the anode current. How it controls? For gate current 0, breakover voltage is a maximum. As you go on increasing the gate current, breakover voltage reduces, means SCR conducts earlier and it conducts for more time. So that's why anode current will more. Hence the power developed across that particular device is more. So that's why gate is called as the control terminal. Friends, this is what we can call it as, it is IV characteristics, forward IV characteristics of SCR. In short, we can say the forward IV characteristics of SCR changes from forward blocking state to forward conduction state. In forward blocking state, it doesn't conduct the current, but due to minor discharge carriers, some leakage current that flows. But when the voltage reaches to VBO, SCR starts conducting to increase the anode current, and it goes to the conduction state. Voltage at that particular point, it is called as on-state voltage VT, but it is called as the holding VT. On-state voltage means it is a minimum voltage above which the SCR is on, below it is totally off. This is how one can explain the forward IV characteristics. Friends, VBO, it is forward breaker voltage. VBR, it is related with the reverse aspect. What here it is, here indicates that SCR is going to act as a switch. Because at the beginning, in forward blocking state, it doesn't conduct the current, but after VBO, it starts conducting the current. It turns on. So this is what we can call it as, it is the switching nature of the SCR. So that's why fourth term in the definition is valid here. How we have defined SCR? SCR is a multi-layer, multi-terminal, multi-junction semiconductor switching device with a regenerative feedback. The concept of regenerative feedback we have studied in two transistor analogy of SCR. Friends, this is what the forward IV characteristics of SCR. Now let me go through study the reverse IV characteristics. For that purpose, what is to be done? Simply change the VAA battery polarity. Means you have to reverse bias the anode and cathode. Means negative terminal is connected to the anode, whereas positive terminal is connected to the cathode. This will reverse biases the SCR. Friends, we are aware that when anode and cathode is reverse biased, junction J1 and J3 are reverse biased, whereas Z2 is forward biased. When supply voltage is 0, naturally SCR doesn't conduct the current. But when external supply voltage, reverse voltage is increased to reverse breakdown voltage, at which J1 and J3 will break down, Z2 across which the depletion layer is totally reduced, and SCR will conduct due to minority charge carriers with little amount of anode current. Ideally, SCR doesn't conduct in that particular case. Thus again, vary VAK and note down anode to get current, then plot the graph of anode current versus anode to cathode voltage. So as a V, it is reverse biased. That graph is plotted in the third quadrant. This is the first quadrant, whereas this one is third quadrant. What happens from the nature? This is the reverse IV characteristics of SCR. On y-axis anode current, on x-axis anode to cathode voltage. At the beginning, when VAK is 0, IA is 0, when anode to cathode voltage increases, anode current due to minority charge carriers increases. After that, it remains constant. It remains constant because across Z1 and Z3 there is a reverse bias, Z2 is forward bias. Till and until that is going to be changed, it doesn't conduct. At a particular value of anode to cathode voltage, to which you can call it as it is a reverse breakdown voltage, the junction will break down and current starts increasing, that to be in microampere range. So this is known as avalanche region. From 0 to breakdown voltage, there is a reverse blocking state. At reverse breakdown voltage, due to avalanche aspect, current starts flowing. This characteristics is same as that of reverse p-n junction diode characteristics. So that's why in one sentence we can say in reverse bias condition, SCR is going to act as the p-n junction diode. Dear students, this is what the reverse IV characteristics of SCR. Here we are going to conclude that by controlling the gate current, one can reduce the firing angle and increase the conduction angle by reducing forward breaker voltage every time so as to increase the anode current, so as to increase the power through that particular device. That is the reason why SCR is called as silicon controlled rectifier. Rectifier to convert alternating current into a direct current. Controlled depends upon the gate current just we have studied. If gate current is less, anode current is less, power is less. If gate current is more, anode current is more, power is more. So accordingly we can call it as it is a controlled device. Friends, this is what you have to remember as a current voltage characteristics of SCR. Dear students, this is what all about the SCR. When SCR is manufactured in a company, its specifications are provided from the company, that its maximum anode current, maximum peak inverse voltage, peak reverse voltage, peak forward voltage, anode to cathode voltage, how much amount of supply it should be applied, what is the temperature up to which it remains with sound without damaging, how much amount of power for which it is going to be gets accommodated. All those aspects are to be provided by the manufacturing company. Those are called as the specifications of SCR. SCR is used in AC supply as well as in the DC supply. In the DC supply, naturally it should be forward biased, but in the AC supply, as the polarity of the AC is varying, when anode receives the positive half cycle and cathode receives the negative half cycle, it will be forward biased and is capable to conduct the current. But when polarities of the cycles are reversed, naturally it is reverse biased and doesn't conduct the current. Thus, when it is used in AC cycle, it can going to conduct from 0 degree to 180 degree. That 0 to 180 degree firing angle and conduction angle are chosen by using the gate current. Friends, that's all about the SCR, its construction, its operation, its biasing, its IV characteristics, and also applications and the specifications. So friends, next time we'll go for the one more power controlled device.